Still alive out there?
Good. This is Max Headroom. Max Headroom. Remember Boy George? Well, oh, me neither. Hey, how you doing? Come on, sit down. What do you say to coffee? Oh, no, I'll get it. Next day, I say, hi. I give him a smile, and he cuts me dead. I don't know where I am with the guy.
Hey, who are you talking to?
What?
Are you cracking up?
Why?
All this mumbling and muttering, you got a head on your shoulders, use it.
And the nuclear powers have just denied rumors that the world's waters are being polluted by
Nuclear waste.
They say that the pollution is being caused not by them, but by all the dead fish we have today in the sea.
Okay.
Max! What I want to know is, why are the only funny lines on this show the ones behind me? You know, people can be really nasty. Only the other day I heard someone say, he's nothing but a robot, covered in makeup. Talks a lot of nonsense. What a way to talk about the President of America. You too. Oh, just chatting away to Harry back there. Everyone knows that frozen peas are as fresh as the moment the pod went pop. But what about frozen meat? Is that as fresh as the moment the cow went? What would you do to help the world if you could spend 30,000 pounds a week for the next 1,000 years? Well, that's how much the government are spending on Trident missiles. Don't facts like that just wipe you out? An Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman, and a Frenchman, and an American, and a German, and I think an Australian as well. Okay, so there was this little Englishman, Irishman, Scotsman, an American, and a German, and possibly an Australian, and I think they were in a bar. No, isn't that stupid? I've forgotten it. Fan mail.
Well, I haven't had any yet.
Warum haben die
Deutschen soll eine Hartlecker Sprache?
das Nünzer Ich war in einem deutschen Restaurant.
Ja.
Und der Ober brachte mir eine Zappa. What I want to know is, why aren't more people inventing useful things, like Mr. Bobby Ashimura, who wins our Max Headroom Product of the Month award for coming up with a little attachment you plug into your TV and it warns you that the commercial break is coming by automatically switching off your set for 5 seconds. And here to demonstrate it for us is Mr. Ashimura himself.
Okay, Bob, take it away.
You know, I was walking around the city the other day, and it was so quiet you could have heard a window being smashed. It's strange, really. I suppose a lot of people are like windows. So many are
See-through.
so many,
Get smashed.
and so many wander around with a glazed look over them. Are you like a window? Is your life a pain? Who was it said, if you want to feel safer in your car, the most popular method is to buy a St. Christopher winning smile.
But why not?
And what most
People like to
do is
Hang
hang
it in their windscreen.
This
is a
Good idea, because it swings around and distracts you on long journeys, so you may soon find out if it works. And if you think that's maddening, so much for the law. And of course, one thing we associate with the law is courts. And courts rhymes with
sorts.
And yes, it takes all
Sorts.
to make a world. And the world is full of strange things. And one example of a thing is a bacon slicer, which leads me very neatly into this. Aggression and violence around. Don't you think that society could do with a few more
Cowards.
Yes?
Cowards.
Yes,
Cowards.
Isn't that what the military call people who prefer not to kill each other? So it's about time all you cowards came out of the closet and got to know one another. You can all help. If you see a fight starting, get the names and addresses of the people with their hands in their pockets, whistling or walking away. It may be simple, but it's a start. Of all the creatures in the cosmos, how come the moth is so stupid? It hates the light, it only comes out in the dark, and then it spends all night beating itself silly. And where? Against the light bulb. So if any of you Dumbo moths are listening, come out in the day. There's light everywhere. Who was it said that observing the United States is like watching an epic movie? Oscar Wilde?
Woody Allen?
Max Headroom. Just think, they've got an actor for a president, economic advisors called projectionists. Even their latest defense strategy is named after a film, Star Wars. And why pick on that one? Why not something gentler, like Kramer versus Kramer? And of course, everywhere in the world to them is just a theater of operations, except when they're fighting in it. And then it's a theater of war. Singing that tune just the other day, and I got a kind of ringing in my ears, and suddenly I couldn't hear a thing. And I thought, if Beethoven was deaf as a post, how did he know what he was playing? For example, if his piano was out of tune when he played
Da-da-da-dum.
what was the tune he was actually playing in his head? It could have been aga-do-do, aga-do-do.